into look at the go with that during the week. So right now we just look at the thing this Friday night against Wales. It's a two-legged playoff away on this Friday, and then next Tuesday, 3 week, the home leg. But I suppose there is a bit of form. Ireland played Wales was there in February or March this year in the friendly match in Dublin. Wales won 2-0 and fully comprehensive win. But in my opinion, the Irish team have improved. They played the group stage, and there was 3 teams in the top 10: England, France, and Sweden. They played 6 matches. They started off, they were getting caught out, they were making mistakes, but as it went on, in fairness, they actually improved. You could see there was an improvement. They won the last game at home against France. They've also, as I said, picked up a few players, Anna Patton and another player there, before since they beat Wales last. So it's a different Irish team, they're different continent. But again, we have to give respect to Wales. They're here as well. So just what are your thoughts?
Yeah, Paul, the 2-0 friendly victory for Wales you're talking about, that was at a time when I think Wales were playing in League A and Ireland were playing in League B. And Wales had just been relegated, but they were playing top opposition at the time. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was a new manager after coming in. And this was like they called a new manager bounce for Wales, new ideas, stuff like that. So Ireland were probably caught at home. They were very disappointing, the 2-0, and I think Wales kept Ireland pretty much at bay for that night. They got 2 very good, I think in the first half they were 2-0 up. So Ireland couldn't really lay a glove on them in the second half. They had a few half chances, but I think Wales, they were deservedly won 2-0. I think since then, to be fair to Ireland, as you said yourself, we've had France, Sweden, and England in the Nations League. Now, we only won 1 game, but a lot of those games were close games. Obviously, the game at home against Sweden, I know we lost 3-0, but we had some very good chances in that game. We should have been 1 or 2-0 up ourselves. We could have been. And Sweden, with the quality they had, obviously punished us. So, look, I think we've learned a lot. I think this team is on a very good journey. Like 4 years ago, I think the Irish team felt they left it after them, particularly for a playoff place for the Euros. I think they lost 1-0 away to Ukraine. I think all they needed was a draw to book their place in the playoffs, and they felt there was no goal. They felt they messed it up, and they should have got into that playoff. But this is the first chance now to try and get back into the Euros. Since then, obviously, neither team have qualified for the Euros. Ireland have qualified obviously for the World Cup, but haven't qualified for Euros. I think Wales are in the same position, so it's going to be tight. It's going to be. It all depends on the great atmosphere in Wales. It all depends on their crowd as well, because Wales are up as well. Wales in the last playoff, of course, beat Slovakia. I think they lost 2-1 away, but then they beat Slovakia 2-0 at home. And if you look, just judge that on our own records, in the last World Cup qualifying campaign, Ireland drew 1-1 at home against Slovakia in Tallaght, and they had to beat them 1-0 away to secure a playoff place, and we did that. So look, we've had Slovakia been a tough opponent for Ireland in the past as well, and Wales did beat them 2-0. So look, Wales, this could be a dangerous game for Ireland. Ireland are probably going in as favourites because obviously from League A, with the quality of opposition we're playing, and I think we are higher ranked than Wales. To be fair, we would be seen as the favourites in this game. So that could bring its own pressure as well, Paul. And away game first, I think you obviously want to play the second leg this night, next week, Tuesday night. We'll be in the Aviva Stadium. I think there's something like over 25 tickets sold already. So hopefully there'll be a good atmosphere, a good crowd at that game, and they'll probably need it, because it all depends on what sort of result we'll bring back to Dublin for next Tuesday. I would probably take a draw now, Paul, if you offered me, and then try and win it the home leg at home and get it over and done with, because it's going to be a tough game. I think the Georgia game was good in a way, Paul, because we had a few injuries. And we'd be more worried if it was the other way around. If the draw was like Wales first and Georgia second, you'd be very confident then you'll get to the Euros. But I think it was good preparation, you could say. Now Wales had a tougher game, to be fair, the tougher 2 legs. So Ireland are coming in a bit, I wouldn't say cold, because I was a bit disappointed in the second leg against Georgia. I know obviously we did the job done really, but I felt we couldn't break them down, and that's one thing that Wales might see, that if you frustrate Ireland, and if we don't take our chances, Wales could probably hit us on the counter attack at home, and that's going to be interesting. But I think over the 2 legs, Paul, I think we will be able to do it. But I said for Friday night now, it's going to be tense. Wales are going to be up first. This is their first chance to try to get to the Euros as well. They'll want to bring something back to Dublin, a draw or even a win if they can get it. So that's going to be massive for them. So they're going to be all out. They're going to be all out trying to win this game for us against us, and we have to be ready for it, Paul. We have to defend well. We have to attack in the right times and keep our shape. And when we get chances, Paul, we're going to have to take them.
Yeah. Now, I suppose normally if you were only a one league or a one match playoff, anything could happen. But over two legs, there'll be no excuses. The best team will win. You won't, if in a one match playoff, a referee's decision, a mistake, a bounce of a ball. But over two legs, the best team will win. Now, also Friday night, the weather condition this time of the year will come into play. I think the weather's going to change. They thought it could be wet, it could be windy. There are professional players that have to deal with it, but that could affect the game too. So, but over two legs, the best team will win, and there'll be no excuses. You might get a referee's decision, or a bounce of a ball will go against you. It's just 90 minutes, but over two legs, there should be no excuses. So I know very little about the Welsh team, so I'm not going to pretend I do. But I presume there's a few players playing in the English Premiership and the second division, the Championship in England, or the Women's Championship, will say so. So they'll know the Irish players and vice versa. So it won't be complete strangers, would say, like some team in Eastern Europe will say so. And of course, that'll help both teams too. So over both matches, I think the Republic of Ireland women's team, I think they're slight favourites. I wouldn't make them overwhelming favourites. I'd make them slight favourites.
Yeah.
Because they've played the tougher teams here in the year, will say, but you're going to air it over two legs. But as I said, the better team should win over two legs. And a once-off game, anything could happen, but say so. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. As I said, two-legged game, home and away. If you don't perform as best as you can in the first leg, you can always redeem yourself in the second leg at home. And look, it's going to be a massive occasion for Irish women's football. And I know we're skipping that, but next Tuesday, depending on the result we get in Wales, it's going to be the biggest game in Irish football women's history at home. Obviously, the biggest game was their games in the World Cup. That was the tournament.
And the qualifier against Scotland, of course.
And the qualifier against Scotland. But at home, this is probably going to be the biggest game in Ireland's women's history, I would say. I think easily, because it's in the Aviva Stadium. It's a playoff game to get into. If you win the game, you're in the Euros for next year, for Euro 2025. So yeah, it's going to be a massive game. That brings its own pressure as well, Paul, because we are expected, whether we like it or not, we would be expected to win this leg, this playoff against Wales. We're higher ranked than them. We're playing in League A. I know we got relegated, but we're still in League A. We're in League B for next season. I forget now. Apologies now if Wales were in League B, if they've been the place. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, Paul. It's going to be very, very going to be tight. Going to be it all depends on who takes their chances, Paul. I think we have the better quality players. I know we've a lot of players in WSL and in the Championship just down below it. I think we got some very good players in Katie McCabe and Denise O'Sullivan who would get into a lot of the international teams around our area, like in League just below League A and League B. I think we've got some very good defenders. I think Courtney Barnes is a very good goalkeeper for the international team. And I think we should be going in confidence in the game as well. Like, if we believe we're good enough to win, we should say it, not in a cocky way, but I think we believe we're good enough. I think we should be able to say it. And I think the players will feel that, look, we've played teams higher above us and given a right good game. And we're playing a team now roughly at our own level before we went into League A. That we should be capable and confident that we can beat these teams. And look, I think if you ask me to call, I think we'll just about do it. It's going to be tight. A lot of depending now on our preview whenever we do it now for next Tuesday. But I think Ireland will probably at least get a draw, and I think we'll be able to get the job done at home. That's how I see it. And I think there's no cockiness in saying that. I just think we can win the league in Dublin if we can get a draw in Wales.
Yeah, I suppose my final comment is these are the games you want to be playing. As you start to improve, and I don't care what level you're at or team sports you're at, and you're developing your players in your squad and you're improving, you're going to get these big games. And this is what you want. You know, long enough they were playing when they were never in contention. But now as you move along and improve, you get these competitive games, these pressure games, semi-finals, finals, playoffs, whatever. So this is where they want to be. So they have to deal with a little bit of pressure, but that's what you do. I hope they take the game in the Merits Friday night, so if they get an opportunity to win it, they go and win it. Don't be sitting back and saying we play for a draw. I hope you don't do that. You take the game on its merits. There's no guarantee what could happen above in Dublin. You could have a Friday night, anything could go wrong. So take the game in the Merits Friday and away in Wales. If there's an opportunity to win the game, win it. Don't be just playing for a draw, and I hope they won't do that. I'm repeating myself now, but I think over 2 legs, I think Ireland are good enough to win it. There is pressure on, but this is what you want. Most of them are professional players, full-time players. This is what they play for. So they should just go and take it. So final comment.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Paul. On Friday night, if you take the game on its merits, you said yourself, particularly with early decent enough substitutions, if we settle for a draw, we might end up losing the game. Do it that way, where I think if we make negative substitutions in a game where we're no more than holding our own, there's a chance there to win it, and we settle for the draw. And next thing it could be corner kick, free kick, throw-in from Wales, and bounce the ball. And it could be, say, for example, 2-1 in the game we could have won. So I think, yeah, if we have a chance there to go for it against Wales, go for it. Make positive substitutions, make positive tactical adjustments. And if the game's there to be won, which I think we're more than capable of doing, go for it and try and win the game, and try and bring home a game. Try and bring home something like a 2-1 win in Wales, and then the pressure's all on Wales. Then they have to come out and attack us and try and get a lead goal. And with that, we could hit them on the counter attack and punish them and finish off the tie early in the first half of the second leg. So it could be something like that as well. So I think, look, we're more than capable of winning the game, but Wales will also feel that this is their big chance. They're playing Ireland. Ireland is seen as favourites. Irish teams of the past, whatever sport it is, probably don't. For some bizarre reason, we just don't like being favourites against teams that are around our own level. So look, I think that it's going to be a tight game. I think of Wales. If we can nick a win, get a draw. No, I have no problem with getting a draw. And then I think we're good enough on Tuesday, the 3rd of December there next week, to get the win and finally qualify for the Euros, because I think the steady progression all the time. This would be a big setback, Paul, if we were getting to the World Cup but then failed to go to the Euros, particularly against a team that are around their own level.